Welcome to Work Reborn, live from Barcelona, brought to you by Lenovo. Work Reborn is a research series surveying over 600 senior IT leaders worldwide to uncover the key to creating a productive digital workplace. Last report, we talked about using AI to work smarter and stay safer. Now we're moving from AI readiness to AI reality, where technology and human connection are reshaping how we work and thrive in this new era of work, or as we like to call it, Work Reborn. Let's get started. Veronique, thank you so much for coming by to our Lenovo Work Reborn podcast.
Glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to chat with you today. Would you mind introducing yourself, who you are and what you do?
Yes, so my name is Veronique Roy. I'm a director of IT change management for a non-for-profit organization called Héma-Québec. So it's an organization similar to what you have with Red Cross around the world. And I've been there for a year now, managing different initiatives, different projects towards adoption of technologies.
That is an extremely important role right now in organizations. Tell me about, the current, obstacles that of change that you're in within your own tech environment that you're navigating right now.
That's a good question. And I think it's not just within my organization or my environment, but I think that there's fear and excitement towards AI right now. So people fear it as much as they are excited about it
Right.
at the same time. And the fear is normal because we don't all know of the capabilities of AI yet. And we fear from what you see in movies. You see like Terminator and you think, is it here already?
Right.
Are we going to be replaced by machine?
Right.
What are they going to do? And at the same time, you're excited because you see it everywhere and everybody talks about it. And you see, well, what can I do and which tool should I use? And everybody has either Copilot or ChatGPT, or they're going to have the Meta AI embedded in Facebook.
Right.
And now there's no application whatsoever that are not going to use embedded AI within the actual stack of technology.
The change is inevitable.
It's inevitable, exactly. So
So-
you need to not fear and not necessarily just be excited, but you need to be cautious and know both ends, like both sides of the medal.
Like from a tactical perspective as well as leadership wise, tell me a little bit about culturally, like how you navigate this change, like from a communication and like where do you even begin? Like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody is looking to better manage change within their organization, like where's the first place they should look or think about and do?
Well, it's a very good question, and I think that you need to start where it's going to bring the most value. And to do that, well, you need to know where the wastes are within your organization. So let's take Héma-Québec for an example, which is no different than any other organization.
Right.
We have a lot of bureaucracy. So which one hurts the most and where AI could help us within what is hurting the most. So you need to look at it and to look at what is possible out there. So which tools, which solution, what other companies are doing, and where does the roadmap of AI goes to bring value within your organization. So I always like to start small. I'm more of a person that does more strategy than exactly tactic, but you
Right.
need to use tactics in order to achieve your overall strategy. So I always start with proof of concepts, trying to look at what's out there, what's available, where does it hurt my company, and I'm going to try to look into some specific solution and start with that proof of concept and validate and measure that it actually brought value back to my organization. And then after that, you can move forward with larger, let's say, solutions or larger deployment within the organization. But you always need to go back to what's the value that it brings to people. So what's in it for them? What's in it? What is going to change for them? Are you actually getting rid of some of the stuff that they don't like to do, or actually like automating or either using AI to replace the work they actually like to do? So you need to always think about it within your strategy. So you need to have people that are actually going to be eager to start and try something with the new technology, and at the same time you need to have like the tools that are available in the market to do so and to achieve your goal. And once you have that, then you can start with those small gain across the organization and build from that on your overall global strategy.
How important is education to the team when it comes to change management? Because I'm hearing you talk and you're right. Like people are a huge part of that. But I think, maybe positioning the idea or not implementing education for the team's continued like understanding and upskilling of whatever change it is could lead to tension within an organization. Would you agree or disagree with
No, I
that?
agree. And the thing is, education is key. Like you need to have people on board with whatever solution that you're getting into. So you need not only to get them involved, but never impose anything. Because if you impose something, people are going to oppose to it. So ultimately, you just need to bring them on board, educate as you go, and depending of where you stand in terms of maturity, let's say towards AI, well, you need to start where you are and move like with little step at a time towards that end goal. But if you don't bring people in and you don't constantly educate yourself and people you're dealing with, then it's not going to work.
I think it goes back to what you were saying earlier, which is if you're creating a policy or implementing a new tool that is human focused, it will be positive and enable the individual to do more in their role and potentially feel more fulfilled.
Exactly.
And on a personal side of that, and like not so technical, I would love to hear from you. If AI could make one part of your IT operations invisible overnight in that best possible way, freeing you up to do more of what you love, what would you choose and why?
I would say that definitely the bureaucracy and what everybody doesn't like to do, trying to build as much as AI on those specific tasks to get rid of the waste and have people actually work towards the value for the mission of our company. So.
Tell me more about like how that bureaucracy can dampen or prevent innovation.
Well, it takes time. It's really that the way that you're doing it and the different ways it's going to take people sometime months and years to understand your policies and your systems and everything within our organization. But now, with agents or any type of AI tool, it takes seconds to get actually feedback, response, as long as the data source from which you're collecting the information is good. Then once it is good, then for people it's really transforming the way and how fast we can answer back and how fast we can work on actual critical mission activities. So that's why you need to kind of see of where there's no value whatsoever or non-value added activities
Right.
and kind of work on those first, and that would be probably the first point to start in terms of an AI strategy.
When you're considering change in your strategy, how do you balance the innovation with the risk averse, maybe ideals or concerns within an organization? Because the bureaucracy is there, but then there's the other side of it, which is like, yeah, let's do it, right? So, what's the balance in the middle, you think?
Well, right now we are not. We are so much in the risk, and it depends of the organization and
Right.
how much of a, let's say, how much you're comfortable to tolerate risk.
Right.
So you need to build the resilience toward risk. That risk are gonna be there and it's gonna happen. So what do you do next? So you don't want to do nothing and not bring value to the table because you're afraid of risk. You need to understand the risk and you need to mitigate the risk. And once you understand where the risks are and you have like solution to detect and to mitigate fast when it happens or to build back when something wrong happens, then you're going to tolerate the risk and then you can bring values towards like what business growth or anything else that is the objective of your organization. So I would say that it's always a balance, but you need to know the risk, you need to be aware of it, but it should not prevent you from innovating. Yeah.
Right, because I would argue that there will be a little bit of risk when it comes to addressing these uncharted territories
Yeah.
of these new tools and things that we've never had before in an organization, and if you're not risk resilient or planning and having those conversations openly, then the future of the workplace of that environment or that organization will ultimately suffer. So I think people like you are key in helping guide that change and navigating it.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Exactly.
So, in your opinion, what does the future of work look like to you? We call it work reborn. What does work reborn mean to you?
It's gonna be people are gonna become like superheroes with AI side by side with humans towards like all of our objective of all of the organizations. So I really think that it's a great time to be in IT right now, to be in the business side as well.
Right.
I'm kind of in the bridge between the two, but I think it's really great that what's happening right now. Of course, there's risk, and we've heard of it, like the AI hallucination and
Right.
everything else. That we hear about the risk there, but still, we need to go through that path and walk that journey a bit like what we've heard towards that conference that we are attending right now. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, Veronique. Thank you
Same.
so much. If anyone is interested in learning more about our Work Reborn report, make sure you download a copy via the link in the description below. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you scan the link to the QR code here or scan the code above and grab a copy for yourself. And that's a wrap. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Work Reborn, powered by Lenovo. Lenovo is turning readiness into reality, empowering people, technology, and businesses to move forward together. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Apple or Spotify to continue the conversation on how we're bringing new life to the modern workplace. Thanks for watching.
Lenovo, Lenovo.